The big story here at 6, the shutdown showdown on Capitol Hill. The deadline to keep the federal government open is now just 18 hours away. A meeting between President Trump and lawmakers yesterday resulted in no major breakthroughs.
Yeah, Marissa, if a deal is not reached by midnight tonight, the federal government will shut down. That means tens of thousands of local federal workers are now at risk of being furloughed or losing their jobs altogether.
We have live team coverage for you on the matter. Maureen Ume is following the potential impact on those federal workers, but we're going to start with Melanie Alwick, who's live on Capitol Hill with the latest on the negotiations. Mel.
Well, the odds are tilting more and more toward actually having a government shutdown. Even if there was a compromise here in the Senate at some point today, House Republicans are not even in town to be able to ratify that. Monday's late afternoon meeting at the White House between Trump and all four leaders in Congress was the first since President Trump got into office. Democrat Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries hoped to convince President Trump to broker a deal. Schumer said Trump did not seem aware that many Americans' health insurance costs are set to skyrocket without a fix. Continuing health care subsidies is one of the Democrats' demands. Republican Senate Majority Leader John Thune and House Speaker Mike Johnson argue those issues can be taken care of after a vote to keep the government funded. Vice President J.D. Vance attended the meeting, too.
We just had a very frank conversation with the Senate and House Democratic leadership. Look, the principle at stake here is very simple. We have disagreements about tax policy, but you don't shut the government down. We have disagreements about health care policy, but you don't shut the government down.
But it's now in the president's hands. He can avoid a shutdown if he gets the Republican leaders to go along with what we want. And if they don't, the American people are going to know they had a partisan bill, that the president's in charge.
Democrats also want to restore cuts to Medicaid and get assurances that President Trump won't pull money out of federal agencies after their budgets have been approved. Republicans say their coalition is firmly against making any changes. Now the clock is starting to run out on this. As I mentioned, there may be a procedural vote in the Senate today, but House Republicans are still at this point out of town. However, House Democrats say they have come back to be here for all of this, and they're ready to go if anything changes.